Young world, Joker, listen, I tried. I really did try to not going down this road with this. It was the video, the messy video. That's what brought me down this road. Of course, from the door, I'm already thinking like that, but who got time? Who wants to be all the time with the stuff? So, but I seen this video. I was like, this is it's just too much. And it's just too much. It got to be something going on with this situation. So the videos is just weird enough. Everything about the video is just crazy. They pull up in the beginning of the video. He says, yeah. Takeoff asked him, where we at? Quavo said, I don't know. So that was just weird right from the door. But the video is basically, he's like walking. It's obviously like death. There's cobwebs everywhere. There's skeletons and stuff like that around. In the beginning, at the door, there's somebody trying to get into the door. Dude's trying to get Takeoff's attention. Like, look, people trying to get in. Takeoff is just like kind of not acknowledging the dude, and that's like the dude is like seem like the entity that's like trying to wake him up or trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep him out of harm's way, but he's not paying enough attention to it. So they go through the whole thing, you know what I'm saying, walking around, all the stuff going on. Everything inside that house is everything that's going on inside that mansion, inside that house, is the equivalent of death. People arguing, kids sitting around mess, nobody attending to the kids, people gambling. Just like allegedly was going on when he died. The gambling, the card game was there. People arguing, just everything out of control. Everything that's associated with just lifeless and death. You know what I'm saying? Low vibe energy. But then Quavo's upstairs, and when they show Quavo with the gun and the contract and says Migos on it, as soon as they show him that part out of his mouth, he says something along the lines of about my money, something about him being about his bag and his money. When they showed him with that gun and that contract, so that's creepy enough. The video is 3 minutes and 33 seconds long. So when Quavo's upstairs, he's in bed with a lady in red. And if you follow my last channel, I talked about the significance of the lady with the red dress or the lady in red years ago. I brought this up back when Chris Brown was falsely accused by that girl Bailing, I think her name was, the white girl Bailing. When the false accusations happened, they swarmed Chris Brown's house over the allegations of this girl that once it came out that she lied, I don't even think she got no goddamn trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I talked about the lady in red way back then, that many years ago. I talked about the significance of the lady in red. And when Takeoff comes into the room, he sees Quavo and the bed with the lady in red. That's like the distraction right there is calling him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the temptation. He gives in to the temptation. He takes his shirt off and starts walking over towards the lady in red and Quavo in the bed. So that right there is like he messed up. His soul was gone because he gave his soul away right there. He wasn't strong enough to fight back. Because there was already somebody downstairs trying to warn him. You know what I'm saying? Right from the door, right from the door, at the door. That guy at the door trying to warn him, people coming in the house. So he goes and joins it. But that's only about the video. Once I seen the video, that was what brought me in to be like, you know what, this is definitely something with this. But then you got the Drink Champ situation. Before that, you got the whole situation with Yeezy, with Kanye. And if you remember on the Drink Champs video interview, they brought up the fact that I can't remember if it was Quavo or Takeoff. One of them jokers offered Ye to use his social media when they locked him out of social media, when they cut him off from like everything that just happened. I can't remember if it was Takeoff or Quavo, but one of them offered Ye to speak through their social media, and they said that on Drink Champs. They said that on Yeezy's Drink Champs. So after all the backlash, everything going on with Ye, everything he's saying, people talking about that the algorithm, that's taking over the algorithm. Then, as that's happening, who comes on the Breakfast Club? The Migos going to the Breakfast Club. As Ye has the algorithm going crazy to like try to, you know what I'm saying, snatch off Ye's momentum. So just like all this is still going on, then you have he gets killed because Ye still didn't die down until this just happened. The algorithm kind of like changed overnight if you look at it like that. Once Takeoff got taken out the other day, the algorithm switched immediately to Takeoff. And also on the Drink Champs, Takeoff said to Nori, he was like, to Drink Champs, he said, I want my flowers now. I don't want them when I'm dead. I want my flowers now. So that's kind of creepy. You know, I already said the video was 3 minutes 30 seconds long. I'll get back to them threes. Then you got the Chucky doll in sight on the video, the actual video where he got, you know what I'm saying, taken out at. And Chucky, you know the Chucky story, Child's Play, Charles Lee Ray is the one that put his soul into the Chucky doll, because it was all about voodoo and stuff like that. I told you all a long time ago on the Chicago body count video, and I don't know if I went in depth on it there. I told you all about how the CH sound, the ch sound, CH, like the Jason, the ch, like the Chi-Town, Chicago, CH, Chucky, Chief Keef. The stuff that starts with a CH has some significance to it, but that's like a whole different story. But that's like it's some demonic stuff with the sound that CH makes together. Like I said, that's a whole different story. But the Chucky doll was there, and Jokers is saying, was his soul put into the Chucky doll? Now, I know this sounds crazy, you know what I'm saying? I know this sounds real creepy and spooky and just ridiculous to some people, but this is what some people are saying. I'm not sitting here directly blaming, if this is some type of ritualistic thing, I'm not blaming it on anybody in particular. I'm just saying it seems like somebody somewhere has something to do with something somewhere along the line with this situation. That's all I'm really saying. But Joker's just talking about, was his soul put into the Chucky doll? You got to remember this is on Halloween night. You know what I'm saying? Which is a heavy ritualistic night. November 1st is called the Day of the Dead, and it's a Spanish day called the Day of the Dead. The Migos is a Spanish name. But and this tidbit of info I heard on Urban X, Black Dot, and Malcolm, shout out to them. But he brought up the fact, he said he died on 1/11/11/01. It was 1/11 and 2/22, 2022, 2022 is 222. Which, if you add that up, that's 333. Like I mentioned the threes earlier. Then the whole Chucky doll thing. Chucky doll gives you 33 in gematria. Child's Play is 33 years old. And the day the Child's Play came out, from the day it came out until November 1st, the other day when he passed away, is 33 years, 11 weeks, 3 months, and 3 days. So that also sounds real weird when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? But Urban X, I put that in there. But Urban X also said the name of his solo album was The Last Rocket. Also, you got the Houston Astros right now who are playing in the World Series. Astros is short for astronauts. We also got the Houston Rockets. These type of things always happen whenever there's World Series or Super Bowl, stuff like that. There's always a ritual around it all the time. The Oscars, stuff like that. So that's all. Like I said, he died in Houston, so that's like something else to keep in mind. You know what I'm saying? And also, I found out they did mention that there was a SpaceX around the same time, and I looked it up, and there was a SpaceX launch on the same day. The USSR, I think it was, or USRR 44 was the name of the launch on November 1st from SpaceX, and 44, you know, is always associated with death. 444, 144, numbers associated with death. And that's what Black Dot and them said. I got synced that on them. But like I said myself, I found out, I looked at it, I said Astros is short for astronauts. It's all stuff like in the sky. Takeoff, he's taking off. The Last Rocket, his album, his own solo album. You know what I'm saying? So all that's weird. But then you got Jay Prince, whose birthday it was on Halloween day. Then the son, Jazz Prince, his birthday is, I couldn't confirm it, is either the day before Halloween or the day after, which would be November 1st. I think it's October 30th though. So that's also weird. You know what I'm saying? Birthdays, him and his son birthdays around the same time. There's a bunch of spooky stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then I also heard people were saying that, I didn't see this with my own eyes, but people saying that Takeoff and not Takeoff, Jay Prince Jr. and Jazz Prince unfollowed Quavo on IG, whatever, Twitter, IG, and stuff like that. And then I guess people started talking about it, so then they went back and followed him. You know what I'm saying? That the Jokers unfollowed him. People started talking about it. Then they went back and followed him again. That's what everybody's saying. I didn't see that with my own eyes, but that's what everybody's saying. So that's creepy and spooky enough, because I mean, whether you had something to do with it or not, or if you knew if anybody had something to do with it or not, or you don't do no public thing that looks weird like that. That's just not smart. Especially if y'all had an altercation and it came from like somebody from their side, whether it was like a deep ritual or just somebody on their team that was just out of control and took it too far and couldn't be stopped. Even if it's just as simple as that, you know what I'm saying? It still don't look right for you to unfollow Jokers on social media. That's just gonna make people wonder. You know what I'm saying? Then the whole thing with Jay Prince coming out with this little statement he put out, which makes him look like he knows stuff. If it damn sure didn't help his image. If anything, it hurt him by saying that. Talking about don't think you can hide behind me or around me or behind me, anything like that. Why would a Joker even assume that one would even look towards you to be for help or to be hiding behind? If you don't have nothing to do with it, nothing in the back, that's like it's like a person just putting themselves into the mix of a situation and just making it sound like that also can be, because sometimes Jokers be wanting this boss image so much that they say stuff because they just can't help but to make it seem like they could make it happen if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So there's just a couple weird things, man.